This program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com. It is 4:02 p.m., time for the 4 p.m. 411 here on WLCN 96.3 FM. I guess we woke up Dolly with that. My name is Loyd Kirby. I am the marketing manager here at WLCN, and for the next half hour, as we do on Tuesday afternoons, we'll talk with someone from the area, from the community of Lincoln or the surrounding area, with some items of interest or some news to share with us, or all of the above. And this being the first Tuesday of the month, our guest is none other than Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch. Thank you, Mayor Welch, for joining us.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So once again, if you have questions, comments, concerns, issues you'd like to bring up to Mayor Welch, feel free to give us a call, 217-648-5510, the number to call. Or you can also email us your questions, 4pm411 at WLCNonline.com. And this is the first Tuesday of October, so I guess Dolly is particularly interested. Yeah, so making her presence known. So I saw there was a city council meeting last night.
Yep.
With some different agenda items taking place. Nothing real, like, I don't think earth-shatteringly controversial, anything like that. Pretty standard business. Saw I'm not sure what the vote, actually what it supported, but I think it was supporting the creation of a deputy chief position for the mayor. Is that correct?
It was
for the police, rather. Sorry.
Yeah, it was an additional deputy chief position for the police department.
And some of the background on that, I guess, with certain size as far as numbers of officers of departments, and I think I read we were up to 28 now. Is that correct? Somewhere in that neighborhood.
We've been working really hard to grow the department back to full staffing, and we're getting there. And as such, it's an awful lot for the deputy chief to take on that many people, and so really going to start with this new position. It'll allow the deputy chief to focus in other areas, have someone focus on a lot of administrative stuff with the chief of police as well. So it's really to help the department run more efficiently and give the rest of the department, access to that management leadership that they need to do their jobs.
Yeah, because if I'm remembering correctly, I think I had Chief Meister on here not long after he took office, and I was thinking I can't even fathom a guess now, but I was thinking we were down significantly anyway in number of officers. So there were people, double shifts and overtime and trying to cover everything, and so being up to 28 now, as you said, more reports to file and administrative issues to deal with, and so this person will help kind of take some of that load off of Chief Meister's plate, so to speak.
I mean, the chief and deputy chief have both been doing patrols themselves with that short staff. So when your chief of police is out in the street in a squad car, you got to start asking yourself if you got adequate staffing. Not that he couldn't do it; he came up through the ranks, but we need him focused on other things. Sure.
So that took place last night. Also, I saw that the I don't know if it's a rental agreement, but a agreement for Loyd to have occupancy office space in the 500 Broadway building that the city of Lincoln purchased. And I think I saw in one of the comments or an article that there was actually no rent involved in that. Can you kind of explain the philosophy behind that?
Yeah, sure. So part of the building is the creation of an economic development center. And if we're going to be successful in that economic development center, we feel that we need to have somebody in that building that will be able to help businesses and those that come in seeking those services. We've already got that person in town with Andrea Runge with Loyd, and so when we were talking about this, it just made sense to me to at least have a conversation with Andrea and see if that's something they would be interested in, and they said yes, they would, and so we're going to create a space in that building for them, and in exchange for them helping us run it and do the things we need to do in
in there, we didn't feel that it was right to charge them rent, when quite honestly, the city of Lincoln is greatly benefiting from their services now as it is.
Right. So Loyd then will effectively basically uproot and move into that building, and that will be its permanent headquarters, so to speak?
That's my understanding of it. I know Andrea is working on some things with her board in that respect, but I think that is the plan, is to leave the Thornton's building where they're at now, and which is out by the Humane Society, and then move into Lincoln. It actually gets them closer to downtown, where she spends a lot of time working with businesses too.
Right, yeah. And as you said, it would be kind of a win-win as far as the city goes, having that presence available downtown, also in with the whatever comes to fruition as far as tourism, and obviously we've talked about the railroad display being
exhibit
there, other things as they're there. Just again, having a presence in there, certainly, like you said, it's sort of a win-win for both sides, I think.
I think so too. Time will tell, but I'm very optimistic about this, and I think it'll be good for everybody.
Absolutely. So I apologize. Dolly apparently stepped on the button, so you weren't quite as loud earlier in our show, but we got that corrected. So also something that I saw in the minutes from last night, which I'd kind of forgotten about actually, was I saw you had a couple nominations for the Historic Preservation Committee.
Yes.
And that's obviously a committee that exists, but has sort of not gotten a lot of spotlight recognition, sort of been behind the scenes. Can you kind of talk about what that committee is and its function and what these folks will do on it? Yeah,
that commission, it does operate behind the scenes a lot, but whenever a new business comes down into the downtown historic district, the Historic Preservation Commission, if they're going to do signage, change colors of buildings, things that change the look and aesthetics of a building, we ask that they go through the Historic Preservation Commission for a review and get a certificate of appropriateness, is what it's called. And there have been a number of businesses that have come into the downtown area, but unfortunately, just as chance would have it, there's been some turnover on that commission. And we were down so low in the number of people that we didn't even have enough to have a quorum.
Oh, wow.
And so we've been focusing pretty heavily on that. I have been having a lot of conversations and getting interested people. And I think we've got one or two that have been there before, but we got some new people that are coming in. And, you know, with new people comes new ideas. And, one of the conversations I had with prospective commission members was the fact that we do have a tourism building we're opening up, and that will present some new conversations about historic preservation. So I just asked them to have an open mind about that, and they all agreed. And so I think we're moving in the right direction with that, and we're at least up to staffing now where we can have a quorum on meetings and get back to normal business.
All right, very good. And when it is full, do you know how many members there are?
I believe 7.
7 on that commission.
Yeah.
So
I think we're up to 6.
Okay.
So,
So you're definitely making some headway there.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's move on to some more, not that these were particularly unpleasant, but some more fun topics. It is October, so that means Halloween is around the corner, and we've got some activities coming up. The big question I think that's on everyone's mind is, what will the mayor show up? What will be his costume when he shows up for Trick or Treat with the mayor?
Don't know the costume exactly. We're going to shoot for a Walt Disney theme.
Oh, okay.
So
all right.
Usually when I say we, it's me, my wife, and typically my assistant, Ashley Metelko. We all try to kind of do the theme together. So I don't know if I'm going as Mickey and Annette's going as Minnie and Ashley's going as Pluto. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I mean, no offense. I see you more as a Goofy, but...
There are people that would agree with you.
But Trick or Treat with the Mayor happening, let's see, the 25th. That's a Saturday morning starting at 10 a.m., runs until noon.
Yep.
Sort of the meeting place or the jumping off point is Latham Park, and that's where you'll be right around the bandstand, at least traditionally been. You have maps of businesses that are participating around the square and near the square. So It's free. It's candy. You get to get your picture taken with the mayor if you so desire.
There you go.
So that happens Saturday, which actually busy weekend for the city of Lincoln that week. So
it is,
because on Friday night you've got another event happening that the city is
movie night.
Moving on, with movie night. So I saw the online poll, and I think the official results are in. So there was a voting for which movie folks would like to see at the October 24th movie event, and the winner is
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc. So again, a Disney theme or Disney.
There you go.
Here. So,
leading right in.
Yeah, how about that? So you can see Mike Wazowski and Boo and the whole gang there.
I mean, I do have a Sully costume already.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I could go as that.
Maybe. You might be on something there. So that is, let's see, that's a Friday night, October 24th, 7 p.m. at the 8th Street Park, formerly the Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital. Bring blankets, bring food, bring chairs. Do not bring alcohol since it is a city property, city-owned property. So let's see, we'll get that graphic up. So the 24th at 7 p.m. Street address is 315 8th Street in Lincoln there. So come out, enjoy a movie night with the family, and then wake up Saturday morning and go trick-or-treat with the mayor.
Yeah.
Sounds like a full weekend. So speaking of full, we're a little bit full on our first segment here. We're in a couple minutes past, so we'll go ahead and take our first break. Once again, our guest is Mayor Tracy Welch. 217-648-5510, the number to call if you have questions or comments, or you can email those, 4pm411 at WLCNonline.com.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering magic. Rich is being able to keep your loved ones close and also send them away. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
Contact Edward Jones Financial Advisor Sal Polis, 217-732-4001. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. And we are back on the 4 p.m. 411 here with Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch. We're here till 4:30. So once again, if you have questions or comments for Mayor Welch, 217-648-5510, the number to call. Or you can also email those questions, 4 p.m. 411 at WLCNonline.com. We were talking before the break about some upcoming events. The mayor, our Trick or Treat with the Mayor, as well as the movie night. We should also mention that trick or treating itself, the actual event of going around the houses. Nope, Dolly, you're going to turn us off again. That happens on the actual date of Halloween, the 31st, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., I believe.
Yep.
So trick-or-treating taking place as usual, but then one more event happening a little bit closer is the Coffee with the Mayor event.
pretty much monthly get-together with Mayor Welch and some special guests that attend. Do you know who your guests are going to be?
I do.
Tell?
I'm going to bring City Attorney Hoblet with me. We haven't had him on before. And then Alderman David Sanders.
Okay. And once again, that is it this Saturday?
The 18th, at 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock at
Guest House.
Coffee and pastries there downtown.
Still in conflict with the cheap seats.
Yeah, I know. So lots of people are in conflict with the cheap seats. So yeah, once again, if you have questions, issues, comments, ideas, whatever it is, the advertised hours are 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., but as you've said before, if folks are there and the conversation is going, you're willing to hang out as long as your schedule allows. So let's see. You sent me some other items to talk about city business. Let me get through our requisite items. Taco Bell, still on track for
Coming along.
So you told me last time they were
Supposedly by end of year.
end of year. So,
Yep.
Okay. And
They're pouring the foundation. So Burger King, still a rumor.
Still a rumor.
Yeah.
Lincoln College.
Nothing new to share.
Nothing new to share. Okay. So that takes care of our
Typical questions each month. So let's see. Let's go to the list that we discussed on or via text message here. So I saw this during the meeting last night that an ordinance to restrict heavy vehicles on specific roads in the city, that had become an issue. Can you kind of talk about the action the council is looking at with that?
Yeah, that really came up because we spent a significant amount of money on resurfacing Union Street recently, and we want to make sure that road stays in good shape. And one way to ensure that it doesn't is to allow heavy vehicles on that road. There is infrastructure underneath that road, and things can happen. So we have decided to put a restriction in place on that road, and then there are a few other roads that were added to the ordinance, which I'd have to pull the ordinance up to tell you what those are, but the idea is to get heavy traffic on some of the other roads that are more suitable for that, to preserve our residential roads.
And so is there a certain criteria that makes certain roads less, we want to keep heavier traffic off of them, like at brick roads, for example, versus paved roads, or how are those decisions?
I think it's just a weight limit based on the materials on the road itself, and what is underneath the road itself. So that particular road, it has supported heavy traffic, but we want to see if we can stretch these roads out and make them last as long as they can. And we had conversations this time around about resurfacing, about quality roads over quantity of roads and things of that nature. Well, we have a quality road, and if we want to make sure we can continue to move forward and give other people quality roads, we got to preserve what we have.
Absolutely. So and once again, that we've talked, kind of bring up the maintenance of the roads and the repaving and looking at that. That task in and of itself is kind of onerous, and then when you add on to that, are we going to resurface this road, and then it also has the heavier traffic on it, that I wouldn't say it defeats the purpose, but it's certainly not going to make those improvements last nearly as long as you said. So certainly something to take into consideration. Let's see here. I had another topic that I saw in our list, and it was going back to the Halloween, that there would actually be a road closure on Halloween on 10th Street. Halloween night.
This is the Sea Lofts, and if you've lived in Lincoln for any amount of time, you know that the Sea Lofts over on 10th Street, they do a phenomenal job of decorating down there, and they get a lot of kids and a lot of traffic on that road. And in the interest of safety, they've submitted a road closure request for the past several years to restrict vehicles in there, and so that's what we processed again through council, and it was a no-brainer. We do that every year.
Yeah, absolutely. So and once again, trick-or-treating taking place on the evening of Halloween from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Let's see, we're just past 20 after, so let's go ahead and take our second break, and we'll be back with more with Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch right after this.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Regular fans, you all know there's a home field advantage when it comes to sports. The same applies when purchasing a car, truck, or having your vehicle serviced. You'll have the home field advantage when shopping at Grouse Chevrolet in Lincoln. The trained sales staff at Grouse will provide you with a no-pressure sales process. It'll put you at ease all the way through the delivery. When it comes time for service, the certified mechanics will care for your vehicle like it's their own. Call or stop by the dealership on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln or online at growinc.com.
It's Grow right now.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. And we are back on the 4 p.m. 411, back here on WLCN 96.3 FM. Once again, our guest for the 4 p.m. 411 today is Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch. We invite you to tune in next week. Our guest will be John Yates. He is the owner of the Arcadia Video Game Museum and Arcade in McLean, and he'll be talking about that and some of the offerings and just kind of how he got into that. But as I said, our guest today, Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch. If you have questions or comments, we've got about 7 minutes left, so feel free to call or email those questions. We did get a question from an audience member asking about the if there's been any updates or progress with the as far as the commission or the committee that's making recommendations for the use of the Lincoln Developmental Center grounds.
Yeah, so the task force has met since the last time we spoke, and during that task force meeting, we all mutually agreed that we need to have somebody on point that can, be available frequently and keep things moving. Not that I haven't kept things moving, but most people that know the mayor's a part-time job. Mm-hmm. And so I spoke with Andrea Runge with Loyd, and she's initially going to step in and take the lead on that project until things dictate otherwise.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Take the lead on it.
She's going to take the lead on it. Yeah.
Derailed your train.
Yeah, you did. So anyway, she's going to keep things moving. She's already been doing a lot of statistical analysis for us, and she's been on all the tours we've taken of the property, all the calls, and she does have other connections that can help keep us moving. But one of the things we are working on is a plan, and she's going to lead us in developing that plan. Yeah, I did it again. She's going to spearhead. How about that? Okay. She's going to spearhead the efforts to drive out a plan. And the idea with the plan is that when the governor's office, they're still working through some things as politics would have it. And I don't know if you've heard or not, but there are a few things going on at the state and federal level right now that,
I've heard that, yeah.
might be a distraction. But so we get our plan developed. Then when we're ready to have conversations, we can hit the ground running and move a little faster. And so grateful to Andrea for being a partner in that, and more to come.
Okay, sounds good. One other topic that has happened recently, the pavilion that has been talked about at the 8th Street Park has been funded, is coming into being. There's like a green light now. What is the status of that?
All of the above.
Okay.
Yeah, so those who have been following it knew that we had proposed a pavilion for the 8th Street lot. The idea is a place where people can get out and do community engagement activities. You could do theater in the park, acoustic music, movie night. It'd be great for us to do that type of stuff. So we had proposed the idea, and we had allocated a substantial amount of money, well over $100,000, I think around 130 of ARPA funds for that.
Right.
Well, now that we've allocated those ARPA funds, we have to use it for that project. And so the project itself is about 380, and we've been trying to get grants, and we'll continue to get grants to offset it.
Right.
But so that we didn't lose the ARPA money, we had to make a decision. The council agreed to move forward. We're going to finance the pavilion over a period of time to, lessen the burden on the general fund, but still, see that project happen. And so, if all things happen, knock on wood, the way they should, we'll have a new pavilion next year.
Now, when I hear the word pavilion, I think of like we're going to have a family reunion and we're going to have a picnic and we're going to have it in the pavilion. But this is more of, like you said there, with concerts and meetings, more of a performance venue type of a structure. Correct?
Yeah.
And so then I know you're early in the process, but has there been any, maybe not decisions, but at least discussion of exactly what that pavilion will house? Like, for example, if you have theater, will it have a sound system? Will it have seating? Will it have restrooms? Or is that...
So right now, the pavilion is just the pavilion.
Okay.
We are going to run electrical to it because we'll need electrical for other things such as lights, speakers, etc. But the other stuff, the electronic supporting stuff, will come later. We just wanted to get the pavilion in place. And I will say, people expect us to be fiscally responsible. When we were talking about this pavilion, we started out with what we thought it could be, and we've scaled it down for cost and still got what I think is going to be a good product. So we can, I think, here start putting out some of the designs of it and what that may look like, so people get a general idea. But our goal is to have that pavilion up in place before the first movie night next year.
Oh, nice.
So gotta get moving on it. Engineers already moving on it, so we're good.
And then is that, again, this might be putting the cart before the horse, but then is that a venue that, like if someone wants to host a concert or bring a band in, they could negotiate with the city as far as we want to rent this space and do things like that?
Yeah, we talked about that. We've got to put some rules around that. We've still got some time. But, that's kind of hand in hand with other themes like the depot right now, because tourism has vacated the depot. We just actually used that for the 5-star awareness ride, and it was great. It was filled up. We've had the floors redone. The building looks beautiful. We're going to start renting that building out too. We're getting a lease in place. It'll be on the next agenda for discussion. So we want these buildings that are owned by the city and things like the pavilion to be used by the community. That's what they're there for.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're just about 4:30. And Dolly's going to try and push our buttons here again. Nope, you got to slide down a little bit. So, gosh, any you have a good joke you can tell that kills 30 seconds?
No.
Any other
Christmas parade?
Oh, that's right, the Christmas parade. There's an official date and time for that.
December 4th at 6:30.
Okay. So,
the theme is going to be Christmas lights. It's pretty generic theme.
Okay.
We were thinking about what it could be, and that's where we landed, and so that's what we're going to go with.
All right.
So Grand Marshal to be determined. We got to talk about that. So
okay. So once again, that is the Lincoln Christmas Parade, City of Lincoln, December 4th at 6:30 p.m. will be the kickoff, and then probably generally the same arrangements otherwise as usual in terms of the route and winding up near the depot for.
Yeah, I think it down Wyatt, up Kickapoo to downtown, make a right on Pulaski, left on McLean by the post office, left on Broadway, and then out.
Okay.
And then come to the depot and get a picture with Santa Claus, have some hot chocolate cookies. So
there you go. Make an evening of it. So all right, that takes us to 4:30. So once again, our thanks to Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch for joining us. We'll talk with you again in about a month or so.
Yep.
All right, sounds good. So once again, as I mentioned, John Yates from the Arcadia Video Game Museum will be on the show next week at 4 o'clock talking about the facilities there and how he got into that and what they offer and all sorts of things. So do tune in for that. On behalf of Mayor Welch, I'm Loyd Kirby. Thank you for listening and watching. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. This program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.